Stewart, Kenseth, Harvick, Edwards, Mears, the front five.
Top three guys clear.
And the top three guys have been the class of this field today, or at least been there all day long. We've seen Carl Edwards, and not to discount him or not to discount, because we know how Carl can get up on the wheel with 10 or 15 laps to go. But these top three guys, the 20, the 17, the 29, throw the 48 in there early in the race. If you throw him in there, these 3 or 4 guys have been what the race has been all about. And these guys have put themselves back in a position again late in the race.
11 just had a very close call coming off of turn 4.
Denny Hamlin
Tries to squeeze in between Sterling Marlin and the 14 and Ryan Newman, and
there's no room there.
Out of room. Nope.
There was never going to be any room there. But from the halfway point of the corner,
he was hoping.
It looked like there was a lot of room there, but then it changed quick.
I wouldn't have gone through there on my motorcycle. Let me just say that.
What did you say about Carl Edwards getting up on the wheel?
I said Carl will get up on the wheel with 10 or 15 laps to go, so don't discount him. I'm just saying the 29 car that Carl's driving around on the outside right now, Kevin Harvick has had a good day.
Harvick to 4th. Edwards takes 3rd behind Stewart and Kenseth.
Nice and smooth. You'll run them down in front.
He run them down. It may be harder to pass those 2 guys in front of him right now, though, because Tony Stewart's car looks awfully good.
Less than 9 laps to go. That's 3rd and 4th.
And that's, you get about that close. When you start getting closer, that's when it starts really messing with your car as far as the air, you know, the guy breaking the air up in front of you.
You got to give it to Kevin. Kevin's been on the bottom of the racetrack all day long. The only time he came off the racetrack was when he dropped like a rock after that one set of tires.
Trouble for David Stremme. He pulls down on the apron, heads for the garage. There's Stewart out front. A little over a second. Last Saturday night at Daytona, Tony was involved in contact with his teammate Denny Hamlin. Yesterday here at the racetrack, Joe Gibbs was here. He called Tony Stewart into the 11 rig where Denny Hamlin was and talked to them for about 29 minutes. Not just any 29 minutes, the first 29 minutes of happy hour.
6 in front of us, babe. Nice and smooth. 6 to go right here. 6 more.
And you know, talking about Carl getting up on the wheel, this is where Tony Stewart gets up on the wheel too. He's at sniffing distance of a checkered flag right here. It's been a while since he's won one. He wants to show to everybody, hey, we've run up front. We should have won 4 or 5 races already this year. We can do this. And he's checked out a little bit on these guys on the 17 and on the 99 right now.
His last win was at Texas last November, 20 races ago. He's a past winner here, led 160 laps when he won here 3 years ago. 303rd start for Tony Stewart.
I mean, that car is just, it's on a rail right now. And what he's got going for him, again, there's just nobody in front of him.
Nobody in front of him. He floats it off in the corner. He gets it down on that white line. He gets back in the gas, where these guys are mired in traffic. And if somebody cuts you off a little bit, you got to check up. You lose your momentum. And you see how big a momentum track this is anyhow. I mean, it's just a big circle.
See Jeff Gordon there trying to get Ryan Newman, as Newman sits in 10th spot right now.
And I'll tell you right now, Carl Edwards is trying to get Matt Kenseth for 2nd. There you see the distance from 1st to 2nd and 3rd. I really thought that 17 would make a move here at the end.
I really think the 17 needed the car, needed the race, just like Robbie Reiser said, to go long green. He had just begun to kind of run Tony back down and kind of close up on Tony when that caution came out with 10 or 12 laps to go. And I think that really took his race away. I felt like that took his race away at Daytona. I felt like the 17 car had a great car in the long runs at Daytona. And it's been the same here, and Robbie said basically that.
So Edwards tries to catch Kenseth. Everyone looking at Tony Stewart, the race leader. Mentioned he has not won this season. But I'll tell you, he is a second half of the season driver. Don't know why or how that works, but that's been the story of his career. Less than 2 to go.
It doesn't look like Carl can run a totally different line than the 17. Either that or 17 changing his line around. Carl's pretty much running the same line as the 17, which is going to make it difficult for him to get around him.
Those are teammates from Roush Fenway Racing. Matt Kenseth and Carl Edwards.
And Matt's probably the best there is at blocking you without telling you that, without you knowing that he's blocking you.
Last lap.
99's right on him right now. Oh, goes down to the bottom, and he almost forced Matt to run a little bit higher, but
then you see
not the grip.
Yeah, he goes back to the gas and it pushes up the racetrack. Now these guys are just trying not to take each other out.
Yeah.
At that point in time.
Just bring it on home.
Did you hear him say not much teamwork here, just bring it on home?
So Kenseth in second, Edwards in third. But Tony Stewart, 20 races since his last trip to victory lane at Texas in November. Tony Stewart wins at Chicago.
Great run for the 20 Home Depot team and Tony Stewart.
So maybe that pep talk from Coach Gibbs really did work.
If it did, I'm going to see if I can pay him to come talk to me next week. I'm sure it did. I'm sure it did. And you know, I think it just gets Tony back focused on what he needs to be focused on.
Did a really nice job on pit road today. Thank you. You did a hell of a job there, Smoke. Thanks. You guys did it. You got me the track position, guys. You won us this one.